Hey everybody. On this question of CIMA F3 financial strategy, I'm going to be dealing with the repurchase of shares, which is financed through the issuing of debt, and then the effect that this will have on the market value of the equity shares. So looking at the question, you've got a company, it's all equity financed, it's got 10 million shares in issue, and the shares are worth $99.5 US. This company then issues $20 million of debt, and it uses the proceeds to repurchase some of the equity shares. The question is, what would be the market value per share of the remaining equity shares? Now, I know this can seem quite daunting and it seems like a difficult question, but it's actually not that difficult. Because what we know is, in the M&M theory, there's a formula which is the value of a geared entity equals the value of an ungeared entity plus debt multiplied by the tax rate. So that's the value of a geared entity equals the value of an ungeared entity plus the debt times tax rate. Okay, so keep that in mind when we do this calculation. So the value of the ungeared entity, what does ungeared mean? Ungeared means it has no debt. So it's $9.50 multiplied by 10 million shares. So we know that is $95 million, right? Multiplied by the debt that it wants to issue, which is 20 million times the tax rate, which is 20%. That therefore means that the value of a geared entity is $99 million US. Okay? So we know the value of a geared entity is $99 million US. $99 million US. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind when we do this calculation. We also know that the funds from the debt that's issued is used to repurchase some of the equity shares at market value. All right, so $20 million divided by 9.5 will give you approximately 2,1052 million shares. That's how many shares are going to be repurchased. Okay? Now, what's important about this 2.1052 million shares that are going to be repurchased is that we know that there were originally 10 million shares that were in issue. So if you go 10 million minus 2,1052, you then get to a figure which is what the remaining number of shares is, which is equal to 7.8948 million shares. Why that is important is you recall earlier on we calculated the value of a geared entity where you replace the value of some of the shares with debt equals 99 million. So what you then do is you then take 99 million US dollars, you subtract the debt portion, which is 79 million, because that's the debt portion over there. You're taking off the debt portion, and that leaves you with what the value is of the equity shares. You then take the value, the 79 million, and you divide it by the number of shares that's left. That then leaves you with a market value of, the calculation ends up being $10.01 per share. That's per share. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video.